Okay, let us talk about the other four things that we have. So first thing, like as we talked yesterday, like we had the first few were mostly concentrating on the customer. Highest priority was to the customer. Highest priority to his changing requirements. We even to have the competitive advantage, we were welcoming his requirements in the middle. Okay, we are making sure that we are delivering the software very frequently. Okay, and even the business people and the developers were working together for everything. Okay, we made sure that we have a very good environment for the developers. We created certain LMS for them to learn and grow. Okay, and also we made sure that the information is lot many things like so. So for the first few were on the customer related, and next we're coming to the our team. It was mostly onto the team members among the individuals. Okay, and we were all, later we were talking about the delivery part, like what should be the delivery, okay, and the working software, and how we should go ahead with this particular process. So actually, it's type of, I think they try to see in a 360 degrees fashion altogether. Not only customer centric, but together with organization centric, together also with the individual centric. So I think all these three things were covered, and not only that, the processes, okay, the tools, whatever, everything. I think they have drilled down to deep dive to a certain extent. Like they made sure that everything was being addressed. I think because of that, it is very much successful. Okay, so let's go ahead with ninth, where ninth point says like we should give continuous attention to the technical excellence because the good designs enhance agility. That's very good thing, right? So technical excellence is very important. Now, if you are coming to this particular training, it means that you are trying to go, or you're going to move in your, climb up the career ladder, right? So you are unknowingly or knowingly trying to improve yourself or your professional career, okay? And in the same way, if you are a developer, probably you should pay more attention to the technical skills as well. So technical excellence is also a very important thing that what you are doing as of now. Okay, you are giving continuous attention to that. You are you are devoting certain time to learn something new, and you are not staying at the same place. So that's a good thing. And why the technical excellence is given more important because it's a good design. If you do with a good, if you deliver something with a good design, probably that is going to give you agility. The agility in the sense again, delivering the things very fastly in fewer, shorter life cycles. So if I give an example here, let us say like if you go back to 10 years back, okay, maybe with the Java or .NET or whatever things like they were which are ruining the industry. Now, if you take like you have so many things, even if you don't know Java, like you can do it. Okay, you can develop a website, you can do so whatnot. So, what do you think? Like this is how the technology got evolved, and because of that, now if you want to work, probably you not take that much time to do, right? You'll not spend that much amount of time. Why we are not spending that much amount of time, and we are able to deliver or achieve the targets within no time? This is because we have raised our, we have grown in our technical excellence. We have got the technical excellence now. We have learned a lot. We have grown in such a way. Even if you don't code or even if you don't do anything, the artificial intelligence is going to do. So this brings a lot of agility. We will able to deliver the things very fastly, okay, as per the customer expectations. So that's very important. Yes, sir.
I have a question actually. Like, just
Yes.
it's not a question. Yesterday, follow-up question. I think
Okay.
somebody asked, like, do we have to have the technical knowledge actually in order to pursue that actually the job,
Oh,
right? But
oh,
here in this case, this is contradictory, right? Like, continuous attention to technical excellence.
oh, right, right. Right. Continuous. See, the question was actually for a Scrum Master whether he should be technically, have a knowledge on the technical side as well. Okay, but here the Agile is talking about in terms of when you're delivering a project, how your team should be or your organization should, train the people in that terms. So it's not related to the Scrum Master. Okay. So
Okay.
Scrum Master need not have a technical excellence. It's good to have, it's good to know everything, but need not be an expert, need not be even beginner also. But it's okay. But
Okay.
here
Yeah,
the technical attention to the technical excellence is more attributed to the individuals who are developing a product. That I can say. Okay.
oh,
So those who are working on the product and delivers.
oh, got it. Got it. Yeah,
So,
thanks.
that was on the Scrum part. So Scrum Master need not be a technically expert, because if that is the case, probably today I may be good at on very React JS or Native JS, whatever. But tomorrow it's going to be something else. I can't learn, right? I mean, for me it may not. I mean, I may not opt for that particular thing. So it doesn't matter, because we are mostly into the process managing and everything. So for us, the career path is going to be something different. Okay? But here it is talking about the individuals who are developing the product or the organization. If you take it, probably they need to make sure that their uh, teams or their whatever the resources are, are getting upskilled every time. Okay, you
Okay.
can.
Thank you, Simha.
Yeah,
Thanks.
yeah, yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
So, on the ninth part is that. In the tenth one, yeah, this is very, I like this particular thing. Mostly the questions are going to be on this one. Simplicity, that is the art of maximizing the amount of work not done, is essential. This is very important. Okay, understand this one. Simplicity, like first of all, whatever that you are doing, the coding that you are doing, it should be very much simple. And you should know the art of not doing something, okay, that will improve your productivity. That's what it is all about. That means if you if you know like what uh, piece of code will help you to get that particular feature, better do that instead of taking something, or working on something which is taking a lot of time, a lot of effort, okay, and energy or resources or whatnot. Then it's better to eliminate that. Okay. Here I will give another the same example: Java or whatever, UI UX or the artificial intelligence, whatever it is. If you think that by taking this AI or any of the languages that was used in this particular thing or here, can you will be able to deliver very fastly, then better take this one instead of going ahead with other things which take a lot of time. So you should have the that particular art of choosing the work which takes less amount of time and eliminating the thing which takes a lot of time. Did you get it?
Yes, Simha.
Yes.
Got it. Yes. So here I can give another small example. Or maybe I'm not discouraging you people, but the thing is, now like earlier, no, not I'll give that another example. Earlier, to develop a web page, probably you might have taken a lot of time. Like you might have coded on the HTML, you might have used all the CSS, then Java or whatever .NET for all your transactions and all, or coding web page. Creating a web page, it used to take a lot of time. Now that is not the case. Now we have so many other things which by directly drag and drop, like we were able to delete. Okay, there are so many things in the market which you can do it very easily. Now you go on, you won't go back on this and start learning HTML, CSS, and all these things to create a web page. Okay, so now if you want to start an e-commerce website, directly you will go take that particular template and use it. That's it. Okay, so in that way you are eliminating the unnecessary things. Okay, and you are just concentrating and concentrating on what are things that are to be done. Okay, instead of just paying a lot of time, instead of putting a lot of effort on something which is not at all needed. Okay. Uh, the other thing which I want to say, I mean, I do not discourage. If you take the certifications, okay, whatever, like Scrum, CSM, and PSM, whatever. If you take the PSM part, uh, PSM, there are two ways of doing it. Okay, one thing. As of now, in the current scenario, I should not say that, but I'm just revealing this fact. There are so many institutes outside where you will be not writing, the proxy will be writing on your behalf and completing the task. Okay, this is simplicity. You will not put lot of effort in, writing the exam, learning everything and all. Okay, I mean, I won't say like this is the good. I mean, this here, like the only thing is certification is a mandatory uh, for getting the interviews, but how you do it, how you implement is what you learn here. Okay, that's very important. So one should learn here. Okay, and the certification program, like even I see lot many advertisements in Instagram where people post like you will get certified easily and also this is simplicity. You will not spend that much time in doing that, and this you will be concentrating more on how it has to be implemented in the project or something like that. Okay, but your thought process should be on learning whole Scrum, how it is implemented practically, and how we should do in case if you are in that particular shoes. Okay, that's very important. I just give an example because everywhere in all the technologies, if you see the certifications, everything, all these things are happening in a other way. Okay, proxies are happening. Okay, whatever. And just a simple example I thought of giving it to you. Okay, so simplicity is that we don't waste time in something which is not productive at all. Okay, okay, fine. Next thing. The best architectures, requirements, and designs emerge from self-organizing teams. That's very important. So when I say when you give in what you say the freedom, when you give independence to the team members, to the teams, the best results are going to come. That's what it means. Okay, the best architectures are going to come. Okay, they are going to take give the requirements, best requirements or the designs. These always emerge from the self-organizing teams. Okay, so make sure that you are making your team more independent. Okay, that's very important as a Scrum Master. That also it is said in the Scrum Guide how you have to do. Okay, that is mentioned. They should be self-emerging. Okay, okay, and self-managing. Because if you make them independent, emerging, and this one, okay, they will feel more what you say accountable. Okay, and they also feel more responsible. Okay. What is accountability and responsibility? We can talk it later. So they take the ownership on that particular task. Okay. And once they take the ownership, they feel more accountable for that or responsible for that. And then later, the best things are going to come out of that. Okay. That's how uh, the importance of self-organizing teams. Okay. So in Agile, in whatever framework that follow, whether Scrum, Kanban, or whatever, you should make sure that you are giving more independence, more freedom, and more power to the teams. Okay. That is very important. Okay. Because everything is going to come from there. Okay. Got it? Got the 11th point?
Yes, Mr. Sinha.
Okay. Next, at regular intervals. Okay. Again, saying regular intervals. It is not uh, after a long time or something like it's in a short period of cycles of time. Okay. The team reflects on how to become more effective, then tunes and adjusts behavior accordingly. That's very important. Okay. So it is assumed that within short period of time or within a short cycle, your team should retrospect on how they have worked in this previous project delivery. Okay, in that particular release cycle. Okay, so that they can fine tune their steps and adjust their behavior accordingly. Okay, so that used to happen, right? Why we have exams in our college or in the school? Okay, if you have not done something good in your unit test one probably, okay, then you might have gone back, seen the question answer sheet, and you might have thought of like how to improve the next unit test. Okay, so in that way, in the same way, just want to correlate with our daily life. So at the regular intervals, if it happens, then you will have time, not only time, but you will retrospect on it, you will work on it, and will try to improve for the next life cycle, the next cycle. Okay, so this is going to help them with the time interval between the release is small. Okay, if you take it very lengthy one, probably the record may happen. Like you may record all the activity that you have done, but we may not change our the way of working. So it's better that we should do it every frequently. Okay. So these are the 12 principles which are talked about the customers, talked about the individuals and the teams, then the processes. Okay. So all these things. If you ask me which are important, everything is important. But what you can remember, you just remember those. Okay. If no need to by heart all the 14. This question, I can say at least 70% of the people who are very much interested in knowing the answer, the interviewer will ask this 10th question, the simplicity. Can you explain me about the simplicity? This question they are going to ask. So again, go through this particular video if you are registering, or else you can find it in anywhere in the Google or in the YouTube. So simplicity is something which is very important. Okay. After that, like you can take any, pick any two to three, and that's fine. This one you don't give the you like this. You don't say this one. Maybe if the interviewer asks you this particular principle only, then you try to answer and explain him. Okay. Or else choose any of the four that you are aware. You can say all of 12 also if you can remember everything. Then or else any four will be helpful. Okay. So the 12 principles are very important here. Okay. Next thing, what we have are four values in Agile. Agile manifesto, four values. So 12 principles and four values are very important. Four values, you can remember it anyhow. That's not an issue. So let's go with the four values here. Okay. The first thing is individuals and interactions or process and tools. Good. Okay. It seems to be little okay. Individuals are there, interactions or the process and tools. Good. Working software over comprehensive documentation. Okay, working software. Okay, that's one of the principle, but okay, over the comprehensive documentation, that's also good. Then customer collaboration or contract negotiation. Okay, so talking about the customers and the contract that happen. Next one is responding to change over following a plan. This is very okay. So if you see all these four, why I have not explained all these four? Because I want you to concentrate on this particular points. Okay. First one, I will go to one of the word over here, which is over. Okay. Over. Okay. Over. Over. So what they mean? It says whatever that is on the left side of the over and the right side of the over, give more importance to this one than this. Okay. Give more importance to the individuals and interactions than process and tools. Then you may ask me, that means, are we eliminating this process and tools? No, we are not eliminating the process and tools. We are giving more importance to the individuals and interactions than the process and tools. Okay. The process and tools should be there. Okay. If you take in 100%, give more importance, at least 75% to individuals and interactions and 25% to tools and processes. Okay. Because some things can be achieved by process and tools, some things can be done by the individuals and the interactions. Okay. Then you can ask me like, why? I mean, how can you explain on this one? See, let us say the processes is if you want to have access to a particular DB, the process is go to some service now or Jira tool, raise a request to the concerned team, wait till it is assigned to a particular individual, ping that individual. Okay. uh, whatever, ping the individual. If you can't find any of the guy, then you have to wait till that particular ticket is assigned to you again, and later, when the mail comes, and it will take almost 2 to 3 times. Now, this is the total process, and the tools are something like Jira or ServiceNow or whatever. So here, if you wait on the process, if you wait on the tools, probably it will take a lot of time. Okay. Instead, if you have once you have created the ticket, go ahead directly and talk to those individuals if they are free. Okay, and say that this is my ticket. Could you please work on this and give me the access as soon as possible? Okay, so that will help you a lot. Probably, if it is a workflow in your organization, yes. So the individuals and interactions are more important. Okay, if let us say you not only with that, but if you have a conflict, okay, probably in that case, or if you have any doubts, you have any misunderstanding or whatever. I mean, you are not technically satisfied with one of the code, then probably yes, go and talk to them individually. Okay, have interaction through any of these things, but it's important, right? Rather than following a certain process and taking a lot of time, uh, go ahead and have this particular interactions done. So individuals and interactions over process. So over process. That's important. Next is working software over comprehensive documentation. That's a good thing. What you need to have is the working software, okay? Then a process, then a comprehensive documentation. It is not saying that we should not have a documentation on what the particular software is doing, but as soon as you get the project, if you go on spending a lot of time and documenting the logic or the pseudo code, probably it will take a lot of time, even to code, test and all. So it's better that you give more importance to the program or working software. Okay, and of course, when everything is okay, then go for a documentation. Okay, I remember like when I was doing this particular thing, we used to write a pseudo code. A design document used to be there that has to be approved by my architects or by team leads. Then no, but we need to raise a ticket, incident, someone in the service note ticket. Then it used to get assigned to them. Then they used to review it and then come back with certain modifications. So something like that. It used to take almost 3 to 4 days for the documentation itself. Then we used to start working on it. That was where the waterfall model was there. Okay. I can also give another example. It's like you going to any of the iPhone or mobile shop, whatever, if you're going there and you're asking for a new mobile, then you will be when you're asking for a mobile phone, will you be satisfied if he gives a leaflet of how the mobile phone looks like and how it's going to work? Or will you be more satisfied if he removes that and shows you the actual mobile and how it is going to work? So, in which case you feel like you will be happy with the thing that you are going to buy? You'll be happy if you take the leaflet and study that particular leaflet, how the instructions which are there in the leaflet, or by seeing the mobile and seeing the features. Which one you will prefer?
By touching the phone.
Yeah. When he shows the mobile to you, when he shows you the features in the mobile, when he scrolls up and down and makes, when he shows everything, probably you will be more interested to buy that mobile phone because like it is something which is you are seeing the working part, working piece of your mobile, right? So the working software plays a major role. Okay. Later, if you have any issue, probably you can go back and see the leaflet or the documentation of that, the instruction leaflet and all. That's up the next part. The thing is, you will be more interested in how it is working in your his presence. Okay. Or else we may not buy that one. I think that's one thing. Another one is that's what I mean. Even in the present scenario, if you see, we will be more interested in seeing the video, whether in YouTube or in Insta or whatever. We will be because we need something which is working. Okay? A video will be more lively than the words or the sentences in a particular video, right? So the working software plays a major role. Next thing, customer collaboration over contract negotiation. That's very important. So as I
Mr.
said,
Sinha,
yeah,
Mr. Sinha, one question. Working software over comprehensive documentation.
yeah.
So how about this with the rewrite projects? Already we have the rewrite, when the rewrite projects, actually we have the working software. Uh,
Okay. Yeah.
how does
Um,
this work on that case actually? Like, since
I mean, you have. it is already in the production, and again you're working on
Yes,
the
it's in the
enhancement, something.
production. What happens is like, it's a life of the project goes like, so maybe after 10 years, we may have to rewrite that in the latest technologies. So we'll be holding the working software
True, true.
already.
Right, right. Yes, yes.
So
So
in that case,
that's why it is not saying that we should not document, we should stop. No, it is not saying to stop the document or no document at all. It is
okay,
saying that don't spend that much time or give importance, okay, on comprehensive documentation. Okay. All the
okay,
features documentation should be done. Okay, this is as per whatever SOW that you have. Okay, everything should be there. But the thing is, if you pay more attention to the documentation and less on this one, probably that is going to. Okay, so
okay,
that's it. So whenever you hand over the project, right, as a part of this, like you will be giving the documentation as well, how it is working. So we have the content writers for this one, what they will do it. So whatever, the thing here is documentation is essential, but at the same time, we need to give more importance to the working software than this one.
okay, got it.
Yeah. Yeah. Then customer collaboration or contract negotiation. Okay, so we need to give more importance. We should collaborate with the customer, take acknowledge him, respond to his changing requirement that is mentioned in the second or third point of the principles. So the collaboration should be there with the customer. Okay, try to help him out. Okay, try to acknowledge his issues. Okay, try to respond whatever the requirements he has. Over again, it's over contract negotiation. Again, when you say contract negotiation, contract again is a fixed, uh, um, uh, a contract is something in a document that have a fixed guidelines on a particular thing what they have actually negotiated upon. So don't be so strict about that unless and otherwise if it's legal. But the collaboration is given more importance with the customer than sticking to a fixed rules and values. Okay, if he says we should have uh, something new requirement in the middle of the sprint or in the middle of the releases, probably don't say that no this particular clause in this particular we can't take it as of now. It may come in the after 6 months later probably. No, that may not work for the customer. Okay, so instead, like you should respond to that. You need to talk and you need to understand the priority of the customer. But as a Scrum Master, you're not going to do anything here. You're just trying to understand our values, the collaborations part, everything that will be done by the higher management, PMO and all. Okay, so that's you should have this knowledge on what is actually happening. So customer collaboration should be given more importance. Responding to a change or following a plan. Again, the same thing. We should respond. Whatever the changing requirement we should respond to that. Then, following saying, we are following a fixed plan, probably we are not going to take up anything in between. No, that should not be the case. In some cases, yes, you need to do it. So that's why, again, 80 to 75 to 25 percentage. Responding to change should be given more importance than following a plan. So these are very mostly, a little bit of customer centric again once again, but there are values of the agile. Okay, like how we have values for our organization, for our uh, ourselves. Like in the similar way, the agile is founded upon these particular four values. I generally remember because again, I do with the shortcuts. I have the habit of remembering through shortcuts. So IWC or something like that. You can also, if you follow any other acronym, probably yes, you can do that. So I for individuals and interactions, working software, customer collaboration, responding to a change, something like that. Okay. So IWCR. Why I'm saying this one because tomorrow if I get to remember something like I may ask you like if you remember this particular IWCR. It's very easy to remember. So these are the four values we have. Okay, and similarly, we have four values in the Scrum also. We have something coming up now in the next tomorrow probably. So as a in the agile methodology, we have these frameworks like Scrum, Scaled Agile, Extreme Programming, Kanban, Lean Software, Spot Connections. But we are mostly into the Scrum and Kanban. Okay, Scaled Agile is at the enterprise level, implemented at higher level. So we are not going to touch on this one. Okay, so Scrum is the one which we are going to take it. Okay, any questions here till now?
No, Simha.
Okay, good. Yeah, fine. What I will do is I will give you something that you need to download. One minute. Just popping the screen. Just trying to share. 1 minute. In the chat session, yeah, I have pinged you. Are you able to see the chat? Is it?
Yes.
Yeah,
Scrum guide.
please try to, yeah, Scrum guide. This is very important. Okay. Now, download this Scrum guide. Okay. Copy and paste it somewhere. Download this particular Scrum guide. Take a printout. Don't think about the paper wastage and all this stuff. Take a printout. Take a lighter, highlighter pen, a pen or a pencil, whatever that you have. From today onwards, okay. Keep on underlying or scribbling on the paper, okay. And whenever you go through or whenever you find it's very important, you have to underline it. Okay, whatever that I have underlined, probably when you are going through that, you will have a lot of questions or you have a lot of things in your mind. Put it on that particular paper, and it will take almost a week time to complete this particular Scrum guide. So by the time you these 14 pages are completed, your Scrum guide should look very that's what I mean. I mean to say, like, you need to put all your efforts in reading it, understanding, writing the doubts or whatever through either a pencil or a highlighter or a pen. But please take a printout of this one. Spare at least 1 hour time. I'm not saying that you need to, it's up to you to register or not register. But the thing is, if you want to get uh, as a certified for a Scrum Master or get into a job, you need to spend at least 1 hour time or 1 hour, 45 minutes at least in reading the Scrum guide. Okay. And all the information related to the Scrum for almost for 1 month. Okay. That's what is should be your commitment if you want to become a Scrum Master. Or else it's okay. Again, it's not an easy. I won't say like it's a easy cakewalk, but getting into that role is a little difficult thing. Okay, so you need to put an effort. If someone asks you like, "What is this?" you should be in a position to say or give an answer like, as per the Scrum guide, this is the thing. So that's why I am stressing on this particular thing. You need to be uh, very much proficient, and you need to have very good knowledge on the Scrum guide. That's very important. If someone asks you like, why you have done this particular thing like this, what is the process like, then you should be in a position to say like, as per the Scrum Guide, this is the thing which should happen. So I have done like this. If you are not, if you by yourself, you don't know like what is there in the Scrum Guide, I can say like no one is going to help you. Okay. So please download this particular Scrum Guide. Once you get the Scrum Guide, take a printout, start scribbling on it. Okay. Use a pen. Maybe you are not using the pen, but use the pen. It's very good. And start doing it. Okay. So we will go ahead with our first definition of the Scrum Guide. Okay. Okay. Let's talk about these things now. Okay. So first of all, we should we should have this gratitude to thank the two people. Okay, because of those two people, like we are getting the jobs now. Okay, of course there are a few other people who have done a very good thing when creating the Agile manifesto, but these two people are the gods for us, like Jeff Sutherland and Ken Shaba. Okay, so taking their names, let's start with the definition of the Scrum. So what is a Scrum? Scrum is a lightweight framework, first of all. Okay, very good. Please understand this one. I have highlighted this and underlined. It's a lightweight framework. Okay, when I say lightweight, it's not a very complex thing. Okay, it's very easy to understand, not a complex thing. Everyone can understand it very easily. Okay, doesn't have any complex principles, not any algorithms that are very difficult to understand. No, it is very light in weight. Okay, again, it is not a methodology, it is a framework. Okay, framework, like from where they have developed so many things. Okay, so it's a framework, okay, having certain things in hand that is going to help the people who are using it, okay, the teams who are implementing this, and the organization who are adopting this. Okay, so this is helping whom? The people, the teams, and the organization by generating a value. Okay, so they are trying to generate a value for a complex problems, okay, by providing adaptive solutions. That's, I just made a zigzag. So for any type of complex problem, the Scrum is going to give you a solution which is not a fixed or a very it's not that straightforward or fixed one, not a concrete solution, but it is an adaptive solution. What I mean by adaptive solution, adaptive in the sense something which can be changed or which can be adjusted as per the requirement, as per the feedback. Okay, so it is going to provide a solution for a complex problem. Okay, I mean, because the problem, it's not a normal problem, it's a very complex problem for a customer. Like it can be something which is posing a lot of problems to him. Okay, it could be something that very complex in nature. Then for that also, like Scrum is going to provide a solution, and that solution is very adaptive in nature. Okay, so by that way, by it is helping these peoples, the teams and organizations. Okay, in this, for these three people, it is helping them, and also they are trying to generate a value to the customer in return. So try to understand here, it's a very lightweight framework. Okay, then what is Agile? First thing that happened to me when I gave the interview was this one. They asked me like, what is Agile? Okay, not Agile. What is a Scrum? And I said Scrum is a framework. Sorry, Scrum is a methodology. Then case. After that, I had almost 5 to 10 minutes of discussion on this one. So Scrum is not a methodology. Please understand. Okay, Scrum is not a methodology. Scrum is a lightweight framework. It is a framework. Again, it's a very lightweight framework. So which is providing you adaptive solutions for complex problems. Now, as a Scrum Master, you have to remember these 3 lines. You have to by heart it. You have to put it in your mind. You do whatever you want. Okay, either whatever means you have become a Scrum Master, it doesn't matter. But when you are giving an interview, if you don't give this particular answer correctly, probably you will be kept aside. So please give more importance to this definition. If I am the interviewer, probably this is going to be the first question from me. Okay, so what is a Scrum? Okay, and if I hear this particular word framework, then that's it. You are passed in the first step. Okay, Then the other question will be following. That's a different thing. But these three sentences where the framework, the underlined framework is there, right? That's very important. Iterate. Okay. So it's a lightweight framework providing adaptive solution for a complex problems. Okay. And which is going to help all the people. So there are so many. I mean, this is as per the Scrum Guide, which I'm saying. Okay. Now, if you go back to Google or if you go back to YouTube, there will be so many versions of the Scrum definition. Please don't take that into consideration. We are dealing with the Scrum Guide itself. We will not go beyond the Scrum Guide, please. Okay. So just do remember this one. Am I clear here?
Yes, Mr. Sir.
Yes.
Yes. So please understand. So it's not a methodology. It is a framework. Again, this is a question in your PSM also. If you take the mock exams, in between some of the questions you will get. Scrum is a methodology. You have to find it out. Like by that time, after 14 to 15 days, you will forget like whether it is a framework or a methodology. Okay. So I want to reiterate. So starting today, please try to underline this one, or write somewhere, or put it note in a notepad or what sticky notes. Try to understand. Okay. Good. So I will just go ahead with one sentence on the first, and we will end up here. Okay. The Scrum is founded on empiricism and lean thinking. Okay. Then what do you mean by empiricism? Okay. And lean thinking. Empiricism is nothing but the knowledge that you got from the experience, okay, and from the observations, the decision that you've taken from the observation. Okay. The knowledge that you got from your experience and observation is called as empiricism. When I say empiricism, okay, I will give an example. Let us say I generally give this normal day-to-day life examples because it is very easy to remember on this. Maybe in our childhood, like we may have this inquisitiveness to do something, or try to get something out of, So generally, whenever we see this matchbox or candle or whatnot, that flame used to come when I was a child. Like I had this habit of touching that particular flame and seeing like what happens. Okay. So in general, like, that has the curiosity will be there. I mean, not only to other, it could be in so many other examples also. So I used to catch that particular flame. So once happened, like the finger got burnt. Now this is the experience that you got. Okay, you got the experience that whenever you try to catch or try to feel that particular fire, you will get your finger burnt out or something. The skin will be getting burnt out. Okay. Now this is the knowledge that you got from this experience. Okay, and whenever in the future if you see the fire, the next thing that comes into your mind is better don't go to that particular place, be away from the fire, right? So you are making the decisions based on what you have observed and the experience that you gained. Got it? Are you able to understand? Yeah, empiricism.
Yeah, Simha.
Yes. Maybe it's same thing. Like if you have learned first time how to run a bike or any car, you might have accidentally pressed the accelerator, okay, and it might have gone to it might have taken the speed like anything and you might have hit something. Okay. Then you might have got certain experience now, saying that, by just pressing the accelerator for this thing, like you would have speed up like anything. By that, later when you drive, like you'll make sure that you are not pressing hardly on the accelerator and you'll be in your speed limit. So this is empiricism. Okay. So understand here in the Scrum also, we are going to work on few things depending upon the experience or the knowledge that we got from our previous projects or from the previous learnings. Okay. If you say like this particular task is going to take 20 hours, then maybe one of the guy who worked on the same type of similar task, he might say, no, it won't take 20 hours. It will take just 10 hours because I have worked on this particular thing in a similar type of thing in the previous project or in the previous company, and it may take less than this. Okay, it may take less than 20 hours or 10 hours will be taken. That is what he's, showcasing the empiricism. in our daily life also, unknowingly, we will be showcasing that. Okay, that's empiricism. Then you have the lean thinking. Lean thinking is what? Lean again. Lean is reducing the waste, right? Lean is removing which is unnecessary. Unnecessary. Okay. So lean thinking reduces the waste and focus on which is essential. Okay. So our Scrum is mostly dependent, or it is founded on the empiricism and lean thinking. Please understand this one. Okay. So here itself, I'm going to stop. Okay. So any questions here till now?
No, Simha. We are good.
Okay, good.
I mean,
So
like, I have a doubt, Simha, like, how lean thinking reduces the waste? Like, I mean, like, lean means like something like small, right?
yes, I mean, I will explain you in terms of a technical developer type of. Okay. Let us
Okay.
take, we have written a code which is almost uh, 50 lines of code. Okay. Let us take that example. So 50 lines of code is doing something which, let us take adding something to the shop, to cart, our shopping cart. Okay. Now that is the way they have developed the code previously. Let us say now you have come into as a coder or developer into this particular project. Now you have seen the code. Now you know something in a reusable code, you may say, or you may use certain other technology. Okay, which will instead of writing those 50 lines of code, you can write it within 3 to 4 lines, and you can eliminate the unnecessary code. Okay, that could be a lean thinking. Got it? Did you get it?
Yeah, yeah.
Not
But
only that, I will give another. Yes, yes.
still have doubt. Yeah.
Yeah. Another example I can give is maybe like you have logged in previously. If you see the websites there, like you might have got uh, logging, you entering your user ID, entering your password. Can also they are there. Then maybe there will be captures or whatever you need to enter, and then just submit. Okay. Now, like they might have improvised, or they have improvised in such a way that instead of giving the username and everything, like they have linked that to the Google. Okay, that's a lean thinking. Now you need not worry about again entering your or creating a new user ID into that particular portal. You will just log in with your Google ID and log into the portal. That's a lean thing. They have eliminated that particular thing of entering again and again. So they have just getting aligned with other things. So lean thinking is almost reducing the unnecessary things, the authentication process or authorization, whatever. Did you get it?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Got it, got it.
Something which is unnecessary, like that's a step which is unnecessary. If they eliminate, that's a lean thinking.
Okay, okay.
Yes. So okay, fine. It's tomorrow. Probably those who are registered, it's going to be a paid classes from tomorrow, as per the DURGASOFT. So those who are interested, they can go ahead and do the registration. So as I said, like it's going to be Scrum guide starting from today, and after the 14 pages or 7 days or weekdays, once it is completed, we will be moving into the Jira tool. We will be going. We'll be talking about other things which are there in the Scrum. Okay, and yeah, there are so many other things beyond this particular Scrum guide, like release planning. We have capacity and velocity plannings, velocity on capacity planning. So these are all to be a part of the curriculum as well. So we are not just concentrating on the Scrum guide and saying like we are done. No, there are much beyond this one, which will be covered in our on course content. So yeah, go through it once again, and yeah, it's up to you tomorrow. Like we will meet tomorrow, and those are like. Um, registering, probably we have classes from tomorrow at the same time. Okay, you can contact DURGASOFT.
Thank you, Mr. Simha. Thank you.
Yeah, sure. Thank
Thank
you
you,
so
sir.
much. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.